What happens when a Hollywood heartthrob, the kind who's built his career on strength, charm, and confidence, suddenly loses the ability to move his own arm? That's not a storyline from a drama series. It's real life for Eric Dane. Known to millions as McSteamy on Grey's Anatomy, and more recently as Cal Jacobs in HBO's Euphoria, Eric was the guy with the perfect smile, the leading man energy, and an effortless cool. But off camera, something terrifying was happening, something he didn't even understand at first. At 51 years old, Dane is now facing something far more serious than a bad script or a poor review. He's battling ALS, a degenerative disease that's taken nearly everything from him, starting with his right arm, and now creeping into the only limb he has left. The shocking part, it all started with something so small it was easy to ignore. Eric remembers the moment clearly. His right hand just didn't feel right. Weak, shaky, maybe a bit clumsy. Nothing alarming at first. He assumed it was overuse. He chalked it up to the modern lifestyle, constant texting, holding a phone too long, or even sleeping on it the wrong way. We've all had those moments, but for Eric, it didn't go away. Over weeks, that slight discomfort became persistent weakness. He started dropping things. Typing became a challenge. Tying a necktie, nearly impossible. Still, he kept going, kept acting, kept showing up. But behind the scenes, something was clearly wrong, and no one, not even top doctors, could explain it. He bounced between neurologists, physical therapists, and specialists, enduring countless tests with no clear answers. For nearly 9 months, he lived in limbo. And in that waiting period, fear began to creep in. Then came the words no one ever wants to hear: you have ALS. 3 simple letters, one life-altering reality. ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is a progressive neurodegenerative disease that slowly shuts down the body's ability to control its muscles. First, it takes movement, then speech, then breathing. When Eric received the diagnosis, everything changed. Suddenly, every missed handshake, every dropped object, every stumble, it all made sense. But understanding it didn't make it easier to accept. He later said, "It's on me the second I wake up." There's no pause, no break. ALS is there in the morning, and it's there at night. It's a relentless passenger, and it doesn't give you the option to tap out. Worse, there is no cure. So he did what many parents dread. He sat down with his daughters and tried to explain something that even grown adults can't fully comprehend. Why their strong, healthy-looking dad was slowly losing control of his body, and why there was nothing anyone could do to stop it. As the months passed, his condition worsened. His right arm became fully paralyzed. No sensation, no strength, no function. And now his left arm is weakening too. In a recent interview, Eric didn't sugarcoat it. "I probably have a couple of months left with it." That sentence alone stops you cold. Imagine counting down the days until you can no longer hold your phone, or feed yourself, or even scratch an itch. That's the reality Eric is living with. The terrifying part about ALS is not just what it does. It's how it steals your independence one piece at a time. It doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in like fog, subtle at first, until you realize you can't do things you took for granted just days ago. And every morning you wonder, what will I lose next? One moment, in particular, hit Eric the hardest. He was snorkeling with his daughters on a family vacation, trying to make memories while he still could. But suddenly, he found himself drifting out, away from shore, unable to paddle back. His arm couldn't move. His body couldn't fight the current. It wasn't another adult who noticed. It was his daughter, a child. She saw the fear in his eyes and swam out to bring him back. That wasn't just a scary moment. It was a wake-up call. For Eric, who lost his own father at age 7, it was like déjà vu. Only this time, he was the parent in danger of disappearing too soon. He's admitted publicly that this is his greatest fear. Not the physical decline, not even the pain, but the thought of leaving his daughters too early, of missing graduations, weddings, or even everyday moments like school pickups and Sunday breakfasts. ALS doesn't just attack your body, it preys on your future. And yet, in the middle of all this chaos, something unexpected happened. Eric reconnected with his ex-wife, actress Rebecca Gayheart. They had separated in 2018 after over a decade of marriage. But when Eric got his diagnosis, Rebecca stepped back into his life, not out of obligation, but out of love. "We love each other," he said, "and we're figuring it out." Now she's by his side at doctor visits. She's there when his strength fades. She's helping him fight, not as a nurse, but as a partner. Their daughters, Billy and Georgia, have also become central figures in his care and motivation. Eric says he finds joy in the little things, laughing at dinner, watching shows together, simply being present. Because when your days feel numbered, every normal moment becomes a gift. Despite everything, Eric Dane refuses to stop working. Yes, ALS has changed his life, but it hasn't ended it. He's back on the Euphoria set, reprising his intense and complicated role as Cal Jacobs. He's also signed on for a new thriller called Countdown, proving that he still has stories to tell, and the strength to tell them. For Eric, acting isn't just a job anymore. It's a form of defiance, a way to say, "I'm still here." He's even used his diagnosis to raise awareness, sharing his journey with honesty and vulnerability. Not for sympathy, but to inspire action, funding, and research. Because while ALS may be rare, it is merciless, and the only way forward is together. So what now? Eric Dane has one functioning arm, a diagnosis with no cure, a future filled with unknowns. But he also has something else, something powerful. He has family, he has a purpose, and he has a voice. And he's using it. This story isn't just about a fading actor. It's about a man facing something unthinkable with dignity, vulnerability, and courage. It's about rewriting what strength looks like. So the question isn't, will Eric Dane survive ALS? It's, how will he live with it? Because in the end, it's not the disease that defines you. It's how you respond to it. And Eric Dane, he's still writing his next scene.